Welcome to the podcast on evaluating functions. Today we're going to learn how to evaluate a function to get to an answer. This is pretty straightforward work, so let's start. So we have our function h of x equals x cubed plus 2x plus 1, and we want to find out what h of negative 5 is equal to. So the way that we go about this is we say h of negative 5 equals, I'm just going to take my function and rewrite it. But wherever I see an x, I'm going to put a big parentheses. So big parentheses cubed plus 2, big parentheses plus 1. And what do I put in that big parentheses? Well, I put whatever our input was. So my input was negative 5 and negative 5. And then the rest of the work is going to be calculator work. So I'm going to take my handy dandy calculator, turn it on, and I'll put a parentheses, negative 5, cubed, so I do that by raising it to the third power, plus 2, parentheses, negative 5, and then plus 1. Hit enter, and my answer is negative 134. So h of negative 5 is equal to, what do we say? Negative 134. Negative 134. So to recap, my x value is negative 5. My y value is 134. My input's negative 5 and my output's negative 134. Let's try another one. This one looks more complicated, but it's the exact same idea. I'm going to take my equation. It's going to be g of 1/2 equals, wherever I see an x, I'm going to put a parentheses. So 49 raised to something plus 5. What does it raise to? 1/2. So again, let's pull out our calculator, and we can say 49 raised to parentheses 1 divided by 2, 1/2 plus 5. And it's 12. So it says that g of 1/2 equals 12. And lastly, we can even have functions within functions. So that strange symbol right here looks kind of like a fish. Is called an alpha. It's a Greek letter alpha. And this says w of alpha equals sine alpha plus tangent alpha. So find w of 30 degrees. So we'll do it the same way. So w of 30 degrees equals sine of 30 degrees plus tangent of 30 degrees. Pull out your calculator. So sine of 30. I'm going to make sure I use it correct, so I'm going to go second angle, and then my first one right there is my degree symbol, plus tangent of 30 degrees. So I can say that w of 30 degrees is equal to approximately 1.077. And notice I changed from an equal sign to an approximate sign because I had to round off a little bit. Make sure you do the same. And that's how you evaluate a function. Now I want to let you in on a secret trick of your calculator. This is called the store button. The store button allows us to store any number we want into a variable. So let's say, for instance, I want to store, turn on my calculator, I want to store the number 3 whenever I see an X. What I do is I hit 3, store, X, enter. Let's do that again. 3, store, it's right above the and button, X. The nice thing about that is whenever I use an X now, let's clear it, X is going to be represented by 3. So if I want to know if I want to know X plus 2, that should be equal to 5. And it is. If I want to know X squared, that should be 9. And it is. Nice, huh? So now what we can do, I'm going to go back to our equations, solve our equations again, but this time I'm going to use my store. So I'm going to know, I know that h is negative 5, so negative 5 store into x, enter. Now it says negative 5. So whenever I see, I'm going to do, just type in x cubed plus 2x plus 1. X cubed plus 2x plus 1 gives me negative 134. So my answer is verified. Nice, huh? I'll do it with this one. Why don't you try it? Hit pause and see if you do the same steps that I do to do it. This is a very handy trick. So 1/2 store. I can use any letter I want to. I don't have to use just X. I can do alpha. What do we use for this one? T. T is right here. So 1/2 store in T. And then I can do 49 raised alpha T plus 5 equals 12. Answer verified. And let's try this one. So 30, remember we did the angle thing, oops. Second angle, degrees, store, I'm just going to use X this time. X is actually the easiest one to use if there's nothing too complicated going on. Enter. Don't worry about that number, that's just your radian value. So let's verify. So sine of x plus tangent of x is 1.077. Verified. Nice. Alright, here are 3 problems I want you to try. Remember, you have to show all your work by showing the evaluated of the function, but all the arithmetic you just do on your calculator. So why don't you hit pause, try it, and then see if your answer concurs with mine. Alright, so I'm going to work out this problem. So I can say 3 big parentheses to the 4th plus 7 big parentheses minus 1. What goes in the parentheses? Negative 2 and negative 2. I like to use my calculator to do this. So I'm going to store. So negative 2 stored in x. Then I just type in 3x raised to the 4th plus 7x minus 1 gives me 33. So this equals, remember my ordered pair would be negative 2 comma 33. I want to make sure you guys keep track of, this is my input, this is my output. For the next one I'm going to do log of 2/5 plus 3 raised to the 2/5. Again, I'm using my calculator. So 2 divided by 5, store that in x. So it's going to be the log x. Make sure you close your parentheses. Plus 3 raised plus 3 raised to the x gives me 1.154. Approximately 1.154. I use my approximate symbol again. So my ordered pair is going to be input 2/5. Output is approximately 1.154. And my last one, this one's a tricky one. So it's going to be 5 raised to the sine of 1.3. So I don't have to use my store function. This one's pretty straightforward. So it's 5 raised to the sine of 1.3. Enter, and I get approximately 4.715. And so my ordered pair is going to be 1.3 and 4.715. And there you go.